There's a $25,000 mistake hiding in your detailing routine, and a lot of Porsche owners make it every time they clean their wheels. The difference between a car that holds value and one that bleeds it usually isn't the flat six. It's the 20 minutes you spend with a wash mitt, the chemicals you spray on the wrong surface, and the shortcuts that leave fingerprints all over a future appraisal. Today, we're counting down 5 detailing mistakes, from a $2,500 paint correction bill to the one mistake that can wipe $25,000 off a sale. This is the idiot tax, and Porsche owners pay it more often than they admit. Mistake number 5, improper washing and swirl marks. $2,500. That's the number attached to a basic paint correction when bad washing habits pile up long enough to show under inspection lights. Porsche Clear Coat is not thick armor. On darker colors, especially black, the surface records bad technique fast. One dirty wash mitt, one automatic wash, one towel that hit the ground and still went back on the hood, and now the paint has a story you didn't mean to write. This is where most owners lose the plot. They think dirt is the problem. Friction is the problem. Dirt becomes expensive only when you drag it across clear coat. The one bucket wash is the cleanest way to scratch your car. You wipe the lower bumper, load the mitt with road grit, then put that same mitt back into the same bucket. Now the bucket is carrying contamination panel to panel, and every pass leaves fine marring that adds up into swirl marks. Automatic washes do the same thing at scale. The brushes don't care that your car is a 911. They carry grit from the SUV before you. Then slap it across your hood, mirrors, and rear haunches. The damage looks small in the shade and obvious under LEDs. Touchless washes avoid brushes, but they usually lean on strong chemistry to make up for the lack of contact. That can dry out trim, stress rubber seals, and strip protection off the surface. You saved 10 minutes and bought yourself more cleanup later. The fix is boring and cheap, which is why people skip it. Pre-wash the car first. Knock off the grit before your hand ever touches the paint. Use separate wash media, clean microfiber, and a bucket setup that keeps contamination away from the panel you're working on. The idiot tax here is paying a detailer to undo what your $4 sponge did. A buyer sees swirls and reads neglect. They don't price the car as slightly dirty, they price it as needs correction before I can enjoy it. And remember, we're still at the bottom of the list. Every mistake from here gets more expensive. Mistake number 4, wheel and brake chemical overkill. $4,800. That's a realistic bill to refinish 4 damaged wheels when harsh cleaners stain, etch, or dull the finish enough that a proper buyer won't ignore it. Wheel cleaning is where owners get aggressive. The dust looks heavy, the barrels are awkward to reach, and the bottle that promises instant results usually wins. That bottle is often the problem. Acid-based wheel cleaners and strong caustic products can attack painted, polished, or coated wheel finishes. They don't just remove brake dust, they can haze the clear coat, stain the surface, and leave etched spots that no quick detail can hide. That damage starts where most owners never look. Inner barrels, around the valve stem, behind the spokes. Those areas get missed during weekly washes, then blasted with stronger product later because the dust has baked in. Now you're cleaning less often with harsher chemistry, which is exactly backward. The problem gets worse when owners use one brush or one towel for everything. Wheels carry the harshest contamination on the car. Brake dust, metallic particles, road grit, tar. If that brush touches paint later, you've just moved wheel damage into your clear coat routine. A buyer notices the wheels fast. Pitted barrels, stained faces, and corroded lips tell them the car was cleaned for photos, not maintained. On a Porsche, that matters because the rest of the car is judged through the same lens. If the visible hardware is neglected, the hidden hardware becomes suspect. At around the 3-minute mark, this is the line to remember. Every one of these mistakes compounds, and we're counting toward the single most expensive detailing error on the car. Safe wheel care is simple. Cool wheels only. Porsche safe chemistry only. Dedicated brushes, dedicated towels, and enough rinse time that the cleaner leaves with the contamination instead of drying on the surface. Because if the outside of the wheel looks rough, the cabin usually tells the same story. Quick one, drop your model and year in the comments. I'm pinning the worst detailing horror story I find, and if you've ever paid an idiot tax on your paint, hit subscribe because mistake number 1 is the one nobody warns you about. Mistake number 3, interior leather and Alcantara neglect. $5,000. That's the kind of retrim bill that shows up when neglected leather, cracked bolsters, and matted Alcantara push an interior past cleaning and into replacement. A buyer does not sit in your car and think about your wash soap first. They look at the driver's bolster, the steering wheel, the shifter, and the seat inserts. That's where the ownership story lives. Porsche leather should look matte, not glossy. If the driver's seat has a wet-looking sheen, that usually isn't healthy leather. It's body oil, skin transfer, and cheap dressing sitting on top of the surface. It reads as age and neglect in one glance. The same goes for the steering wheel. If it reflects light like plastic, it's dirty. Clean leather doesn't shine like that. This matters because buyers photograph interiors before they even talk numbers. Worn bolsters and shiny wheels end up in the listing folder, in the group chat, and in the PPI conversation. Once that happens, you're defending the car instead of selling it. Research on interior care points in the same direction. Proper upkeep can preserve up to 15% more value against depreciation. Neglect does the opposite. It signals broader neglect, and buyers start wondering what else you ignored. Then there's Alcantara. Alcantara is not leather, and treating it like leather ruins it. You don't soak it in generic interior product. You don't scrub it with a stiff brush, and you definitely don't leave skin oils to harden into the fibers for years. Once Alcantara mats down, it stops feeling like Alcantara. The texture goes flat, the grip fades, and the wheel or seat insert starts feeling cheap. On a Porsche, cheap is poison during resale. The split is simple. Leather needs the right cleaner and light conditioning. Alcantara needs low moisture cleaning, gentle agitation, and regular maintenance before the oils build up. One product for both usually means one surface is getting treated wrong. Sun makes the problem worse. UV dries leather, pulls moisture out of the hide, and speeds up cracks on bolsters and dashboards. Park enough neglected leather in direct sun and you're not cleaning anymore. You're shopping for repair quotes. A clean cabin builds trust fast. A greasy cabin does the opposite. Buyers connect interior condition to overall discipline, fairly or not. In this market, perception is money. Now move back outside, because the next mistake costs more than a bad interior and often hides until it's too late. Mistake number 2, PPF neglect. $6,000. That's the range where a full PPF redo starts to get painful, especially when failed film has to come off. Adhesive has to be cleaned up, and the paint underneath needs correction. PPF is not permanent armor. It's a consumable protective layer with its own maintenance needs, and a neglected film can hurt resale almost as fast as unprotected paint. The first failure point is the edge. Owners get too close with a pressure washer, force water under the seam, and start a lift that never really comes back. Once dirt gets into that lifted edge, the film stops looking protective and starts looking old. The second failure point is contamination. Dust, minerals, and grime get trapped around seams, badges, and panel edges. Then the owner leaves it there because the film is protecting the paint. No, the film is now holding contamination against the surface and advertising it in every close-up photo. Yellowing is another problem. Wrong product, heat, age, bad maintenance, cheap film, all of it shows. A yellow front clip on a light-colored car looks worse than honest stone chips because it suggests deferred expense. Buyers hate uncertainty. Bad PPF creates uncertainty. They don't know what the clear coat looks like under the film. They don't know whether removal will be easy. They don't know if the adhesive has bonded too hard, if the edges have trapped grit, or if staining has started underneath. That means they price in risk. Risk is just another word for lower offers. A clean, healthy film tells a buyer you understood preservation. Failing film tells them you stopped halfway. And halfway maintenance is one of the fastest ways to cheapen an expensive car. If your car has PPF, inspect the edges monthly. Wash it with film-safe chemistry. Don't hammer the seams with pressure. And don't pretend the film means you can stop caring about the paint underneath. 4 mistakes down, every single one is fixable with a $20 product or 10 extra minutes. But mistake number 1, the one behind that $25,000 number we opened with, that's the one where the damage is invisible until the buyer's mechanic shows up. Which brings us to the mistake that makes every other number on this list look like pocket change. Mistake number 1, PCCB acid wash, $25,000. That's the number that should stop you cold if your Porsche runs PCCB. PCCB means Porsche ceramic composite brakes. They're expensive, light, heat-resistant, and very easy to harm if you treat them like ordinary steel brakes during a wheel wash. This is where the biggest detailing mistake on the list lives. Owner buys a strong wheel cleaner. Owner wants instant results. Owner sprays everything, lets it dwell, agitates hard, rinses, and thinks the job is done. On a PCCB car, that routine can turn into a 5-figure problem. The issue is chemical aggression around a brake system that does not forgive it. PCCB rotors are not conventional iron discs. Their surface and material structure demand care. Strong acidic or highly caustic wheel cleaners can damage components, stain nearby finishes, and create exactly the kind of visible deterioration that scares off buyers. What buyers see first is often the rotor face and the caliper condition. If the calipers look stained and the rotors show pockmarking or surface distress, the conversation changes instantly. Now the car is not a well-kept GT car. It's a potential brake bill. And there is no cheap reset button here. You do not resurface PCCB rotors like basic steel rotors. Once the damage is there, the car carries it into the appraisal. This is where the market turns brutal. A buyer at auction or on a PPI doesn't need perfect certainty to discount the car. They just need enough doubt to protect themselves. If they suspect chemical damage, they assume the fix will be expensive and price the car lower. That's how a wheel cleaning shortcut turns into a $25,000 loss. The earlier numbers on this list were painful. This one changes how the whole car is perceived. A Porsche with PCCB should signal careful ownership. If the brake hardware tells the opposite story, the car starts wearing a risk premium it does not deserve. Safe practice is simple and strict. Cool brakes only. PCCB safe wheel cleaner only. No blind spraying. No letting product bake on the surface. No strong acid because the bottle promises speed. Dedicated tools, gentle chemistry, and patience. This is the final verdict. The most expensive detailing mistake in Porsche ownership often starts as 10 rushed minutes at the wheel. If you want the next layer of this, watch the video on the screen now, because that one breaks down the Porsche mistakes buyers catch in the first 30 seconds of seeing your car. Keep the clear coat clean, keep the Alcantara matte, keep the PPF tight, and keep acid away from PCCB. That's how you avoid the idiot tax and stop a $25,000 mistake before it starts. I'm Dave, and this is Porsche Pulse. See you in the next video.